Hello everyone. Thank you for coming to Mary's little house. Peanut, he just jumped up in my lap. He wants to welcome you too. He wants to be part of the show here. He's my showstopper. Upstages me. Come on, Peanut. Don't look so indifferent. You like this attention, don't you? He's ready to go to sleep. I'm starting to talk. He's getting sleepy when I start to talk. I'll let him sleep now on my lap. I'll put him to sleep real fast, like I do people. I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad to be with you. Today was a very fussy day. The weather, there was cloudy and then there was sunshine. It was blowing. It was cool. It was a nice day, but the weather didn't know what it wanted, to be cloudy or sunny. It went back and forth. I'm so glad that you're here. What I was thinking of sharing with you is how God treats us in a most loving way. He gives us the desires of our heart. I think when He does, He puts those desires in our heart in the first place. My desire, along with, I'm sure, with all you, that I want to be totally His, completely His. I don't want to live for myself anymore. I want to live for Him. And I want to show my love for Him by being a servant to the people He gives me to serve. Well, anyway, as I mentioned that Easter Sunday night, when the sump pump went out, when the Mary's little house basement was in danger of being flooded, I started to shop vac. That's a shop vac is like a vacuum cleaner with a 5-gallon tank to take out the water so it wouldn't flood the basement where we have our family room and our lovely prayer room, our chapel, our oratory. Well, I felt like a hamster in those turn wheels and those tread wheels. I don't know what they call them. I often wondered, how could they stop that? I guess they could stop, but I felt that I had to keep going and keep going, keep going and keep going. And I was wanting to do it for the Lord. I asked His help that every bucket I would take upstairs, to do everything with Him. And give me the strength to do it, because I knew it's going to be a long night. I had to do it, or else the basement would be flooded. But so I found out what I'm always preaching to you, to live the present moment. And in that moment, God has all the strength we need to keep on going, to put one foot in front of the one foot in front of the other foot, and keep on going, keep plugging away. Well, God gave me the strength to keep on going. I felt the love of others, people that said they would pray for me here on earth. I felt the love of the saints. We have statues all over. I was talking to all of them to help me carry those buckets up and do it with love, do it with strength, do it with reparation for my sins and the sins of others. Do it with great sympathy for Jesus carrying His heavy cross. He kept on going up to Calvary. He kept on going. He fell 3 times in the stations of the cross. He got up. And I told Teresa, little flower, I said, I got some empathy for Jesus now in doing these buckets, because I have to keep on going until morning, until I get some help to get this sump pump fixed. And Jesus kept on going. And it must have been hard. And He lost a lot of blood from the scourging and from His crowning of thorns. And He was thirsty. That they say that when you lose blood like that, you have an intense thirst. Well, I didn't have all that wrong with me. But I was so grateful for that I could empathize with Jesus carrying His cross. We're carrying these 5-gallon buckets up up the stairs and out and on the driveway, outside on the driveway. Well, all those were many graces, and God gave me the strength in each moment. I think if I would have thought of the whole night, how could I put this up? How could I do my work the next morning? How could I, all those thoughts like that, it would have crushed me. It would have discouraged me. It would have held me up. But I was doing it with vigor, doing it with happiness and joy, and trusting in God in the moment. That's the point I'm trying to make, was that too. But anyway, it was like God saw me like a hamster going around and around and not being able to stop. That just when I couldn't go any further, he sent these wonderful people over. And by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, to help me bail out the well, the sump pump well, and I could have a little respite, he sent them over to help me to get a new sump pump, because that's what was wrong. And I exhausted and everything. At 1 o'clock, it was all a new sump pump. It's working right now because our rain has saturated the ground. So I thought of like the one who has a hamster going around and around, that God knew how much I could take, and he let me go to the very ends of my endurance, because I want to please him, because I want to do penance for my sins and the sins of the world. I want to do it for conversion of sinners. I want to do it just for all the reparation that Jesus doesn't get in the Blessed Sacrament, his sacred Eucharistic heart. I want to do it in reparation for our Blessed Mother, who Jesus honors and wants us to honor her, who we might not be as devoted sons and daughters and forget about her. And so what society does to her, not knowing what they're doing to make fun of her womanhood or her motherhood or whatever. How that's very hard for me even to say that, but they don't know what they're saying. God understands. But anyway, to do all that, and God really treated me nice. After everybody left and the sump pump was working, I got to rest. I got to take a really deep nap, and a good bath, because I was so sweaty and so messed up, so dirty, so wet, soggy. It was like God tenderly said, "That's enough, Jim." The comforting angel came to renew me. But so I think way God treats us when we want to be generous and want to be the desire of our heart to give ourselves to do the Father's will, to please the Father. That's it. To make him happy. I always say to make him laugh. That's why I want to be a clown too, to make everyone laugh. I know I probably am not a very good clown, pretty corny, but that and to do it for the love of others. Then it makes all our sufferings, all our tasks that could be drudgery, a joy. So I wanted to share that with you. I did. Living in the moment, that we have all we need in the moment, and how tenderly God treats us as we serve him. We will get the right rest. We will get all we need to live. God is such a provident and tender and loving Father. God bless you now. Now this is Easter. Every day of this octave is an Easter Sunday, a solemnity. The church orders from headquarters, from Jesus, the risen Lord, to his church. Rejoice and be glad. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. God bless you.